Hello. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome. This is season 3. I'm super excited. Welcome back. I hope everyone had a nice winter break, Christmas break, holiday break, all of that. And we live, and I have 2 amazing individuals who I'm super excited to be here. I texted them like, can y'all do the show for me? They were like, yes, of course, we'll do it. We're excited. So I have the amazing, you all might know them as the Lancasters. I see what they go by. What up with you?
We rearranged our busy schedules.
I know. It was a lot. It was like pulling teeth getting y'all to come. I was like, dang, can y'all fit little old Ruth?
We was sitting on the couch watching Tubi. We was like, yeah, we'll be there, Ruth.
Hey, I love it. That's all that matters. So I have the amazing, we got Kim and Mr. Larry right here.
Yes,
you know, I gotta call him Mr. He put on his Malcolm X glasses and stuff. He's ready for y'all. So he's Mr. Larry today.
Yes, Mr. Larry.
Put some respect on his name. So I'm gonna briefly introduce y'all and y'all can say a little bit more. So we have Kim as a singer, a host, as well as an all-around entertainer. You may see her picture all over, especially if you're in Baltimore, the DMV. And Larry, you are a comedian.
Yes.
Radio personnel.
You sound surprised when you said that.
Why?
Comedian.
You are a comedian.
Like we just met. We'll stop faking for these people over here.
Shut up. First of all, he's going to be picking with me all day. It's like my big brother. He's going to be picking with me all day. I just want, we're all interviewed. So you're a comedian, a radio personnel, actor, as well as a host and a dad. He's like, I'm a dad too.
Yes,
I was like, okay, black man, I love it.
I paid for that.
Right.
Yes.
And y'all also host together Stars on the Stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so can y'all tell us a little bit about Stars on the Stairs?
What, you want to take that one, babe, or you want me to?
Yeah, you take it.
Okay, because my wife always accuses me of taking over the interview, so I want to make sure I'm good, and I don't want to overtalk my baby. So, I got to check in. The Stars on the Stairs thing happened because we're dope people, and we don't wait for anyone's approval or permission. Mm-hmm. And we said we know a lot of other dope people, so we just want to do that, like give them a platform. Right. Instead of, most of the time, people wait till someone has a certain amount of fame or notoriety or followers. Right. And we said, we know dope people aside from that. Mm-hmm. So let's just highlight our people. We don't have to wait till they viral or they got 1 million followers. So that's how we started doing the Stars on the Stairs. Okay. It really came from the wifey and I, because I'm an old guy. I really used to despise the internet. She brought me along to it. And so when we were coming from our evening, we would take photo shoots just to showcase our outfits because we thought we was cute right now. Right. Mm-hmm. And it became a thing. And so then people start saying, I see y'all on the stairs. When y'all going to invite me to the stairs? Okay. And enough people said it. We was like, we got to start really maybe inviting people to the stairs. So that's how that idea was formed.
Gotcha. And where are these stairs? Like random stairs? Or?
No.
They're in our home.
Yeah. Sometimes you go to random stairs and it's the smell of pee or whatever.
I was like, where we at? Like the subway stairs or what stairs?
It's in our house. Okay, and so the staircase kind of got popular. Yeah. So people would see us online and be like, when you going to invite me to the stairs? Them damn stairs and all that. So we started opening it up to our dope friends.
That's what's up. Okay. Yes. Stars on the Stairs.
Thank you, baby.
Did he do good?
Yes.
He did good.
All right.
Cool. I like that. He did good. I was looking at her the whole time.
She was watching me too, like, we gotta get this right.
You gotta see it right. She had her Joe Jackson on. I was a little scared for him, but please don't mess up, Larry. Please. I don't want to see you,
Yes.
Okay. So Stars. And I love how y'all call people stars because we're stars before we're stars.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're a star.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bianca's a star. Yeah. And we're not just saying it because you guys are in our presence.
Right.
But y'all doing dope stuff. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, we become idolaters.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And even our friends do it. You know, you might have friends who've been knowing you for 20 years and they may have never seen the podcast or even asked you about it. But then they'll come to you and tell you about somebody else shit.
Exactly.
And you like, yo,
somebody else shit.
People call me up. I went to go see Mike Epps. Oh my God, he was so funny. And I'm like, oh, that was great. No shade to Mike Epps. But you ain't never came to see me. For 10 damn bucks, you ain't, so it's like I just feel like and it's a different thing if the quality wasn't the same. But in many times, it's no different. It's just that the other person is famous. And so we gravitate towards that. And so we want to be a part of the solution and not just the problem.
And also do the opposite of clout chasing.
Right. Right.
Explain that. Go a little deeper with that one.
Like we said, these are our friends, so they may not be Cardi B famous. They may not be internet sensations. Right. So instead of we're always, as a people, like my husband said, we become idolaters, and it's like we'll chase after let's try to be in the presence of this one so that we can get attention for ourselves, and it can get us popping. It's like it's like, okay, let's give the platform, let's build each other up, so
not wait till someone doesn't really need you. And that's, people love giving rich people shit. But then when somebody really need it, go get a job, you bum.
Right.
It's this backwards way of thinking.
It is. I guess that's some of my biggest supporters are people that I've just met within the past 5 years. It's not even my family, people I've known forever.
And I think that has a lot to do with access. And a lot of times when people have access to you, they take it for granted.
Right.
And sometimes you have to limit that access. I know people who act like they live in other cities just so people can treat them a certain way.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? And it's sad, but and I understand why they do it, because when people know you live here, they can just pick up the phone and call you. It's like, oh, you don't deserve the amount of money you're asking for because I have this kind of access to you. Instead of appreciating the access, we take it for granted.
Very true. But they want you to do stuff for free, no.
Right.
No, thanks.
And it's funny you mentioned that, Rue, because I got into it with one of my friends about this. They wanted another friend to do something for free. Oh, wow. Right? And the friend charged him. He gave him a break, which he didn't have to do that. But they wanted him to do it for free. And I was like, yo, why not look at it as I have an opportunity to pay my friend?
Exactly.
Instead of looking at my friend should do something free for me. This service you're asking for, you're going to have to pay someone else to do it anyway. So why not use that as an opportunity to pay your friend? But we don't look at it that way.
They don't. I'm all for supporting people I know and small businesses, all of that.
And collectively as a people, we have this mentality. And it's kind of why we are where we are as a people too.
That's a good point. Very good point. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. So what made you all want to become, we'll say, a comedian, entertain, all of that, and for you, a singer? And so what made y'all want to do that? Something that started from when you were kids or just developed?
You want to go first?
Yeah, because my story is a lot longer than yours. I've been funny all my life. And really, my comedy acumen came from when I was a child. My mother had mental illness. We grew up in the projects, very rough kind of existence. Tough place produces tough people. So when people would crack on me about, some episode that my mom would do, or you don't have the coolest designer jeans on or whatever, I got real good at coming back. So it started out as a defense mechanism. Then it developed into a skill, and then that skill developed into a profession.
Okay. I like that. Okay. Did you find a laughing through your pain kind of thing, or you just
of course? And it was like I say, it was me defending myself, because it's like you ain't gonna keep sitting up there talking about me and I ain't saying shit back. So and then it got to a point where I could observe people because I almost knew they were gonna say something. And so I could look you up and down, and then within a couple seconds, I got you. So whenever somebody would start with me, I always would just be so vicious that I would just, nobody wanted to challenge me. And I had to learn to turn that off when the more professional I became, because, when people paying their money to see you, they don't pay their money to be humiliated. And sometimes we still carry that survival mode shit with us. And sometimes you got to know that, okay, this doesn't serve me right now. So
that's true.
Maybe I could ease up a little bit.
True. And when did you make that pivot to doing it professionally? Okay, I can make a career out of this.
I didn't start doing that till I was 30.
Oh, really?
I started very late. I started because I didn't believe, as funny as people always told me I was, everyone else believed that I was funny enough except me. And so I never believed I'm funny around you guys, or I'm funny around my friends, but I don't think I could be a professional comedian. And so one day I went to an open mic comedy show. It was Jay Phillips and Stacy Carver, both outstanding comedians, and they're my OGs who got me started. They were doing a comedy show at Latin Palace. and I went to the show.
Okay.
And they had a very small crowd, but the show was amazing. So I walked up to them afterwards and said, look, man, I want to make people feel how y'all made me feel tonight. How do I get started? And they said, we're having an open mic competition in 2 weeks. Take these tickets, sell them. That'll be your registration fee. And I got all my co-workers from the jail. I was working at Baltimore County Detention Center.
Okay.
At the time, I was a corrections officer for 13 years.
Okay.
I got all my co-workers and got them together and told them, and they was like, good, because you always crapping on us in the break room. You better be funny. So they came 30 deep and supported me. And I always shout them out. So who was watching
in jail while they was all watching?
Yeah, right.
Like, 30 is a lot. Like, the prisoners was going crazy.
The prisoners was going nuts. So they all supported me in my first early years of doing stand-up. They would come out to the shows and, you know, so I really appreciate that support because you need that when you're first starting. And so I ended up winning, and I've been doing comedy ever since.
I love that. Okay.
And then my story is a lot shorter than that.
But it's just as profound.
I mean, it's just as simple as I was 5-6 years old, and I remember the Whitney Houston's music video, I Will Always Love You, coming on. And if anybody, I know this like came out years ago, but if you remember it, she's like sitting on a chair in an all black suit, and she's in the middle of the snow. And I just remember her brown skin, her pretty teeth, and, you know, her hair kind of like chiseling in the wind, in the fake wind, and her voice just so, everybody knows Whitney's voice. It's like, from the moment, I'm like, I want to be like that. Right. I want to be like that. And I was just like, and I had the voice, like, I never took lessons or anything like that. I just always had the voice. And I was like, I want to be Whitney Houston.
Yeah. And what's funny is she didn't grow up around singers. She didn't grow up around music. Her parents are Jamaican immigrants. You know, they like, go get your education and get a good job and don't embarrass us. And here she comes wanting to be an artist.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's
doctor lawyer or something.
Yeah, and that's what's unique about it. Because, you know, when you grow up in a family for the singers, that's different. But when you're like one of one, like I grew up around a bunch of funny people, but no one ever was in show business except me.
Right.
So we kind of have that in common.
Yeah. Okay. We the trendsetters, the rule breakers.
Right, the rule breakers.
Right. Okay. I like that. So yours didn't start in the church. Most singers are like, I started in the church when I was about 4 or 5.
Actually, just religion, period. It was like, okay, my mom is Christian, and then my dad is Rastafarian.
Okay.
And then, so it wasn't a whole lot of church. I mean, I remember going sometimes a little bit as a child, but it's not like I grew up in the church, like I was singing on the choir or anything like that. And my biological dad, actually, you know, that side of my family, they're from Newport News, Virginia.
Okay.
Nobody sings on that side of the family or is in showbiz, like you said. It's like, it's just something that I feel like it's a ministry. Right. It's like you kind of just born with it, and it's like, okay, well, this is your purpose, and do it right.
And I must add, if you ever seen Larry do comedy, he's the best crackhead. And if you ever, I ain't never seen. I had to know that
promo, the best crackhead.
Right, he is the best crackhead. I'm putting my little 2 cents. I've seen both of these amazing people live on stage doing their thing, and this man got the crackhead lean down pat.
First of all, let me correct you, Rue. It's heroin addict.
I'm sorry. Heroin is better than crack, right?
Heroin addicts were definitely different because they were functioning fixtures. By the time
even
crack
though
came,
you sound like Whitney right now, like I don't do crack.
Right,
crack is whack. My bad.
Crack is whack.
Heroin addicts are completely different animals. Crackheads, they just like shadows in the night. Like you just, you know, they're moving fast at the speed of light. But heroin addicts, they were involved in the black economy.
Okay.
You know, they had jobs. They used to come knock on my grandmother's door and sell steaks that they stole from Mary's Steakhouse. Like they had jobs so they could, you know, fund their addiction. My father used to buy suits from this man named Mr. Bobby. He worked at Burlington Coat Factory.
Okay.
And he used to steal suits. So
they
when I had
functional.
yeah.
I never knew
So
that.
when I had an assembly and I needed a suit, my dad would go and get a Nino Ceruni suit for Mr. Bobby. I don't even know what they pay or how they bargained or whatever. But Mr. Bobby, and they were very intelligent people.
Okay.
You know, they were college educated. Some of them, they just, and so.
Some of them had great jobs.
Right. When I do that character, I try to add some humanity to it. So it's not
Shout out
just.
to the heroin addicts.
Right. Crack is a different animal.
Right. I know we shout out to crack.
Yeah,
Shout out to
crack
them,
is
though.
different.
You taught me something. I learn something new every day. I'm just saying. And I'm gonna jump to this lady over here. I'm trying to. When I went to a show, what was it? The poetry thing. And when you sing, like she just commands the
open
entire,
mic.
the open
Okay,
mic,
yes.
and she started singing. I turned around like, what in the? And you. Some people just sing. You sang and like you command the entire room, and everybody has to just stop and listen and just be like, "Wait, what?" And the notes that you hit, I'll be like, "Damn, I wish I had that voice." God knew not to give me that voice. That would be a hot ass mess. I
say
can
the
cry
same
a
thing.
tune.
That's what everybody who doesn't,
tune.
anyone who doesn't
He
sing,
ain't give me
always say like, "You could shut me up."
right.
If
Like
I
I
could
be singing
sing,
everything.
I'd still be a narcissist.
Right. I'll be singing past me the toilet
still
paper.
I'd still be a narcissist.
God knew what talents to give me and which ones to not. Cause baby, I be singing for y'all be like, "We're y'all shut the fuck up."
Thank you.
So yes, kudos to both of y'all. Y'all are definitely the best at what you do. And
Thank
you can tell
you.
that you all are really living in your passion and doing what you all love.
Thank
It
you.
definitely
Yes,
shows for
thank
sure,
you,
for
yes.
sure. Okay, so what advice would you give to a couple who is trying to make it in this industry?
To a couple trying to make it in this industry.
Yeah, specifically couple, or just to anybody. I just said couple because y'all a couple.
Yeah, because sometimes you may be a couple and it's not always that both are in the industry. But
yes,
you're
that's
kind of
true.
in the industry. If one of you are in the
One,
industry,
then you
both of y'all
are,
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it can be both. How
Right.
can you support or whatever?
Right.
if y'all both
I would
are.
just say make a commitment to keep each other first. Really.
Okay.
And sometimes, like, there's no amount of fame or opportunity that I could be offered where that's going to make me sacrifice my wife.
Right.
You know, our relationship, our marriage, where I'm going to do anything to jeopardize that. Like, it's nothing anyone can offer me. And I think you got to kind of know that before those opportunities come.
Okay.
And really just to play on that, keeping God first.
Right.
You know, because
Definitely.
a lot of us can get lost in our passions, and sometimes maybe, like you said this before, not all the time is your passion and your purpose the same thing.
Right. It's not.
It's sometimes they are separate. So, you know, a lot of people, especially in entertainment, we're chasing this thing. This thing of like, oh, I want to be the GOAT. I want to be the GOAT. I want to be. And it's like, what are you contributing? What are you contributing to society? Because purpose is more about being of service, you know, to something or someone or people outside of yourselves.
Right.
And I don't mean that whole, like, you know, beauty pageant answer where it's like, well, why do you do it? And a lot of people give the answer of, I want to make art that outlives me. Or
Right.
I want
My
my
legacy.
legacy. Or I want little black girls and little black boys to look up and see that they can do it too. And it's like, yeah, that's really just a beauty pageant answer. Because it's like, you know, but yeah, just definitely keeping God first, because I feel like God is the umbrella. And then all of these other things fall under the umbrella. Then you will keep your spouse, you know, priority, you know, in that.
Right. And here's something to what she just said about people looking up to people. And that has happened since we can remember. And then we're finding out that these people were horrible people.
Right.
So what good is that? You know what I mean? If you influence, that's not to say people have to be perfect, but damn, you don't have to be horrible either.
Very true. That's funny. You jumped into my next question. That's funny. I was going to say, who inspires you? Or like, who do you look up to? So it's funny that you segued.
I inspire me.
No,
not at all.
I mean, hey, that's a real answer.
No, but not at all. Like that's not my answer at least.
It can be a
inspires
person
you,
or
babe?
whoever.
Baby, stop cheating off my paper, y'all.
I'm not.
wait for me
I'm
to
not.
answer,
But
so then you
here,
go.
okay. So who inspires me?
Mhm.
I don't know. I can't now like today because it's like we've grown so much and we're very spiritual people. So like the answers to these questions are so different than
Right.
how we would have answered them years ago.
Because of course you can say
but
Whitney,
it's like but
right?
yeah, you know,
Right,
like
right.
Whitney, you know, obviously was an inspiration. But once again, it's like it's back to God. It's like I have to be led. It's like this is not something that I just do now, like to be cute and be like, okay, oh man, she's just this fierce entity on stage. Although like that's, you know, it's a compliment. It's flattering, but I'm led. It's like God has to like whisper like, okay, this your next move. The inspiration, and we're so led by like through life. Like even when like, you know, like Larry curates the show Throwback Saturdays.
Okay.
And a lot of times his inspiration comes from our life experiences. We'll hear a song or we'll remember a song and then like say, this song didn't mean what it meant to me then that it does now. So it's like, it's really, it's always, I hate to sound cliche, but it's just, it's a God thing. It's like, it's really a thing.
I like it. Yeah. Can't go wrong with that answer at all.
We're sounding like highfalutin Christian. We used to look at these people and be like, they're so full of shit. And now we are those people.
Y'all are those people. That's how it goes.
It's like when I used to see older cats and they would always have their wives with them, right? And you know, I'm young, I'm in the streets, I was a super hoe. And I was loving it, you know, and I would just used to be like, ew, that would be so boring to me.
Right.
And now I'm that guy, like I don't like to do anything without my wife. People invite me to stuff. If I can't bring my wife, chances are I'm not coming. Right. You know, it's just like, yeah, it was just for the fellas. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. So right. I don't really,
You probably said y'all only been married a few years. I was like, it seemed like longer. Y'all been together for much longer.
So it's a type of thing where that's why they say never say never. You know, you get older, you get wiser, and the way you look at so many things change.
Your wants change.
Even your want, right? Because we both wanted to be famous at one point. We wanted to our name in lights, and we thought that was important. And then sometimes God doesn't deliver that to you because He have another purpose for you. And sometimes that's protection.
Right.
Because I always say, yo, if I'd have made it at the time I was going for it, I'd have been in them Diddy parties.
Right.
And my name would have been all up in them.
How about you? Would you been in the files?
I'd have been in the files. Who knows?
On the island.
You know what I mean? So it's just like sometimes, because you have to really, fame is tricky because it's almost like the devil's candy.
Right.
Because when you're famous, you have access to all your temptations. And that's why you see so many people who, they don't go nuts getting to it, which is a grind within itself. How you wait till you famous and now you crazy?
Because now I got the money to go crazy.
Right. Or the things I've had to do along the way.
True.
And now my conscience is bothering me.
Selling their soul.
Right. So you got to be real careful with that stuff. And it's really just not, it's not natural.
Right.
And we had to become older and wiser to even understand that part.
Okay. I like it. I'm going to take a little pause right here and shout out to my sponsor, Miss Bianca Studios.
Hey.
Yo, this joint is like, like female pimpette, yo. It's like she bring the guy, and she brought a dude in here, he be like, oh, this is nice. It's that kind of vibe, yo, when you take off your shoes.
Right.
And I know Bianca probably got some food for you. Like, here, taste a little bit of
always that. Wine, you know.
And now you laid up, yo. You getting a little extra poundage. You ain't out in the street. This is a comforts den. Yes. Beware if you come in here, fellas.
My booby off.
You know how fellas got a nice place and you just be like, oh, this the female version of that.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so shout out to Bianca and her
shout out to Bianca.
Yes, that didn't love this studio.
And the Queen's Lair.
Right. Make sure y'all check out her show, The Recipe, and she has plenty of others as well on Thursdays at 7:30, right? Yeah. Okay. Make sure y'all check out The Recipe. Shout out. All right. The next question. I think y'all kind of answered it. Y'all want to go a little deeper. The pros and cons of this industry. What are some pros? What are some cons?
Again, a lot of times for me, the people you encounter. That's the pros.
Oh, those are the pros. I thought it was cons.
And then the cons are also the people you encounter.
I was like, wait.
Because we met some amazing people, and then we met some of the shystiest, no good people you ever want to meet. And so the thing is just having the discernment and even understanding like every situation doesn't have to end in friendship.
Okay.
And every friendship doesn't have to end when it dissolves in confrontation. Sometimes you just outgrow people. But I would say the biggest thing is just dealing with egos too.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
that's
so,
definitely a con.
Yeah. And so that's one thing I had to get in check myself. Is my ego. And so I found myself being somebody that when I really stepped back and evaluated, I didn't like myself. I didn't like who I really was. And to the world, I was this, Barry Lancaster was this person and that person. Right. And I always say, like, I've always been a great man, but I'm just becoming a good man. And it's a big difference between the two.
That's because you got your rib now.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to shout out my sister. You got your rib.
But the thing is too, you have to start working on that before you even meet that person in order to attract that person. Because if I was who I was, we wouldn't have worked. So I had to do some work in order to even be able to receive her. And the same thing for her.
I love that. Most men say that again for the men. Most men don't think like that. Like, you really have to work on yourself first.
Yeah, you definitely got to work on yourself. And because it's different rules for men, the same thing that really hinders us, we're celebrated for.
Okay.
Like being a ladies' man and all that that takes so much energy that it really hinders you from your true destiny. And also, if you run in a whole bunch of women, you can't really be the person that you're supposed to be.
Right.
Because you're out chasing something else instead of your purpose. And of course, I'm not speaking against it because I did it. I just want men who aren't there yet to understand, like, yo, you're wasting a lot of time and energy doing this. And so...
I cheers, poom poom.
Yeah. I cheers, poom poom.
That's the Jamaican Caribbean side coming out.
And even the type of woman that you select when you're doing it, right? You may not pick the best partner for you. I was listening to Kevin on stage, and he was talking about this, and he was like, yo, a pretty face and a fat booty. He was like, my wife helps me close deals.
Right.
Like, she's my blind spot. She sees things that I'm not able to see, and 9 times out of 10, she's correct. So why would I jeopardize that for something that's very fleeting or something superficial like? Right. And that's the thing, as the older you get, the more you start appreciating different things. Of course, we always appreciate beauty, and my wife is gorgeous.
Very much so.
But
you picked a good one.
It's so much more to her than just that. Right. And it's like she's irreplaceable. She's one of one.
You have like a 90s beauty. I hope you don't mind me saying that. You have like, 90s fine.
I feel like 90s is like a more natural, like,
you have like that 90s fine beauty.
Before the BBLs and breast and augmentations, like women had to be pretty for real.
Exactly. Like, you don't even need
authentic beauty.
Authentic.
That real authentic beauty.
Oh, thank you.
You really do. You really do.
I receive.
Okay, thank you. You dropped some gems there. I like it. Okay. What about you? You want to answer pros and cons?
I think he could. I really. Here's the thing. I talk so much when we're not on camera that I love to just like, and I love the way he just eloquently like puts things.
I just want to say
it's like I really do. I really do. So it's like I can't. And then here's the thing. You got to ask that question to somebody who's been in the business longer. Like, I'm kind of like a little bit in the infancy of my career. I mean, not that I just started singing, because one of my earlier like commercial opportunities was on American Idol, but that was like years
you were
ago.
Like in high school.
I was in high school.
I just saw that you posted about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I never knew that.
And I got to continue on that story, you know, on Instagram.
Right. When I met her, she wasn't even singing at the time.
Yeah, I was on hiatus. Yeah.
Okay.
I was
Let's
on
go into that.
hiatus,
How y'all meet?
Somebody that sings like this wasn't doing it.
Wow.
And I remember when we met actually at a comedy show.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's so funny? Shout out to Chris Blue, our guy. And I met her. She came up to me and we took a pic. And I was like, oh, she a cute little thing. You know, she had this little wig.
Right. Did you know who he was? When you?
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah. She fell in love with me.
I saw him and I was like, he a fine old wig.
And
He is fine.
So we met. Nothing really transpired because we both were kind of doing our own things. And we kind of flirted with each other in the DMs on Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah, but we didn't connect until 2 years after we met.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
and that's why I say that was on God's time, because if
right,
we would have met,
much so.
we would have hooked up at that time. It wouldn't have worked. We would have dealt with each
Not
other,
at
and then it probably would have just fizzled out.
Yeah.
Right.
Huh.
And
But
so
when we
got
did go
together,
out,
it was like we were together every since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
That one night
That
we went
first
on a
night,
date.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so when we started dating, and she wasn't singing, I was like, well, why not?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why aren't you doing it? And she was like, you know, I just kind of, you know, she had a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, yo, do you want to be famous or you want to sing? Because if you want to sing, you can go in the church.
Sing.
You can sing on the street corner.
Right.
But if you want to sing in a stadium, that's a different animal.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your reasoning for doing what you do? And once I kind of gave her that perspective, I guess she thought about it and was like, it's really nothing stopping me.
It's like, in hindsight, now that I look back at it, it's like singing wasn't purpose filled for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now that it's almost like he gave me a breath of life in singing. Because it's like I'm just trying to make it in this industry. I'm trying to make it according to everybody else's traditional standards of making it. If I'm not performing in stadiums, if I'm not a household name, you know, and that always felt like to me. Like, even when people were like, if you're not willing to grind, you're not willing to grind for it and sleep on studio floors and I'm like,
how bad do you want it?
How bad? And I was just like,
like, I'm good.
I don't want to do that, and especially for fame or to say like, oh, I made it. But now that like we're branding ourselves together,
right,
and we're more so promoting love, and even more specifically Black love, which is definitely missing a lot in our community. It just feels, I just feel more purpose driven.
Right.
So,
because the art is really just an instrument.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the purpose for the art?
Right.
What are you doing with it?
I love that. So some people think the other way around. Like, I'm gonna just do it, but it's really no purpose in it.
There's
like,
no purpose. Yeah.
Purpose. What are you doing it for? So,
Right.
yeah.
And you know, it takes some time to figure that out sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody look at their art as a ministry, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you're able to do something that very few people can do, that's special.
Yeah, and it's gonna keep calling you too. It's gonna keep knocking on your door. Like, you ready?
And I also said to her that it's a gift. It's not yours to keep.
Right. I love that. Okay. Dang, go deeper with that one. Like, you're not just gonna drop that and we just gonna move.
Well,
It's
I mean,
not
when
yours
you
to keep. What you mean by that? I know
if a person can sing or they could do something that can't necessarily be taught,
right?
God blessed you with that, and so that's meant to be shared.
Okay.
And it should be shared, and of course we don't all do this, but it should be shared as a testimony to who He is and that He made that. And I think sometimes our ego, we tell ourselves, "Oh no, this is because I put in the work. I did the 10,000 hours, and I did this, and I did that."
Right.
And that all could be true, but it still started from somewhere.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
If you LeBron James, you 6'9" and you 250. That ain't just come out of nowhere. You know what I mean? You can say genetics, but that's God blessed you.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you still got to do the work because faith without works is dead. But it's still, it comes from a source.
Right.
And the devil knows that. That's why the devil is so much in our industry. The devil is so, because he understands it. So he's hoping you forget where it came from. So then he can use it for what he wants to use it for. And that's what's happening.
Okay. All right, Dr. Reverend Larry. I need him glasses. He put the glasses on.
It was
sometimes I'm like, are you really saying this? Like, I'll be sitting back like, yo, is this coming out? I'm just a vessel. I'm not this, you know? So there's some of the stuff I'm hearing for the first time. Just like, yo.
That is funny. I like it. I'm over here like, is this the same Larry that was cooking? Like,
right.
Like, that be cracking you?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. Dang. All right. Damn. I'm a little stumped. Like, I like it.
But just all you gotta do is look at the industry and see what people are doing in it. Right? A whole lot of satanic rituals. Right. A whole lot of just low-brow, low morality stuff, and it's even more so now than it was then. It's always kind of been there, but we didn't always know about it. Now it's just because it's been unchecked.
Right.
And the devil don't handle guardrails. He's like, oh, I can get away with that. All right, let me go a little further. Right.
That's why I'm always wondering. Like, I want to be famous, but do I really want to? Like, I'm not one to sell my soul. Like, I'm gonna stay rude in Baltimore City. Like, I'm not
true.
And sometimes you just gotta make peace with that because it's a lot that come with the fame. Like, if I fed into what people thought of me, I'd be doing all kind of stuff to keep that image up. But at some point, you gotta release that. Like, me and Babe was going. We were out. And I ran into this brother, and he was like, man, you so funny, brother. I really appreciate what you do. He was like, when you gonna be on the movies, man? When you gonna really make it, man? You just as funny as all the other cats. And I had to generally tell him, like, brother,
people don't get it.
I'm good.
People
like,
I said, get that.
I'm at peace.
Like,
and he was still going on and on because for him, I deserve more, and I'm trying to tell him, like, no, brother, it's not
right where I belong.
Right, like, I'm doing what I'm.
This is the more
right.
Facts.
You know, running into people like you who can show me love, and I don't have to have a bodyguard. Like, hey,
exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So when people able, and here's the other side to access. When people are able to touch you and talk to you, that does impact them. There's a side that takes it for granted, but there's also a side who appreciates that. So you gotta take the good with the bad. Pretty much.
Shit, you already made. Before we went live, I was like, every time I hear his name on the radio, they be like, yeah, next on the Larry Lancaster. I'm like, that's a man. Okay. Right. That's big, bro.
Now all you gotta do is listen to the damn show.
I do. It's what? What is it?
See, this is how you know.
But hold on, how many did you watch though?
See, I just found this one. No, I found out about this. I didn't know. Yes.
As much as I post,
when she, you know, Instagram playing games with us.
That's true.
So they don't show you your real friends and stuff. They show you who they want you.
That is very true.
And they just started doing this because I used to get like my comedy friends and stuff. I don't even see a lot of this stuff.
Don't be like my shit.
Right.
Accounts you don't even follow.
Right. And they try to they've been maneuvering the algorithms where they want you.
I'll see like the same 4 or 5 friends constantly, and I'm like, whatever.
And so I never knew this until she said, "Babe, can we do Ruse?" I was like, "Sure, it's our sister."
Right. And I see clips of of your podcast, and then that's why I was asking you too, like, okay, how do people listen?
Right.
Because I want to get more into that too. It's like, okay, let's take the steps to click the link or follow this page, or if it's on YouTube, because it's like we got friends that's doing big things.
Right. And even with us practicing what we preach, it's not convenient to support. It's not.
Right.
But if you're gonna expect support from other people, then you got, because there's times when we might have 5 things to do, right? And sometimes we just want to sleep, but we like, yo, we can't expect people to come to our shit, and then when they have something, we don't show up, and we can't show up to everything, but we do make it a point, and we do take it seriously. So, but it's not easy. Sometimes you just want to lay in the bed or go to 1 event or 2 events and not 5.
True.
Yeah. So
we got support each other. I love that. All right. So what y'all got coming up next? I see y'all got a flyer right there, and then just share a couple
Yes,
things
we
that y'all
do.
got coming up.
So that is Love, Laughs, and Lyrics, the Mother's Day edition. And that is on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 10th. And it is a wonderful, wonderful show. Each show has been just amazing. Because what we do is we have a variety show with a concert, music. I'm usually singing. Then it's hosted by Larry, and of course, so then it's funny, and then he always pulls from his pool of comedy geniuses and has like, you know, a feature comedian, and then we've been doing the poetry thing as well. So it's like it's very niche. It's something different than, you know, your typical brunch and you know, you doing that, and people have it's been a major success thus far. We don't get so big headed to think that it's gonna be a sellout show every time.
Yeah, but thus far every show has been a sold out show.
If every show has been a sold out show thus far, and we have not disappointed with the product.
And here's the thing too: if it's 20 people there, they're gonna get the same.
They're gonna get the same show. Yeah.
Right. So we might have a show where it's 20 people one day, but we're gonna give them. Those 20 people are gonna leave there like, yo, this show was amazing, and we run a really clean show. We start on time, we end on time. You're not sitting there for 4 and 5 hours. The show is a 2-hour show because that's basically all you need.
Right.
And so because we've been a part of so many shows. And was like, God damn. So when you do your own show, it's like, all right, here's your chance to correct the issue. Because a lot of times people complain about something and then they turn around and do exactly what they just hate.
Yeah.
And so I just try not to do that. So we always make sure we have a nice, clean show. And the feedback, people notice it. They're like, yo, this show was clean. We was in, we was out. You know, it was great. We enjoyed ourselves. And so we just want to keep up that standard.
And people have been so supportive. It's just been amazing. And when we say sellout, it's been over 300 people.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And I always want to make sure that that's God's blessing.
Right.
We're not that great at promoting. We're not that great at, you know, marketing and all of that stuff. This is really God's blessing. Of course, we do what we can. But it's like you could do everything right and nobody show up. And sometimes you could do nothing and 1,000 people show up. It's really, there's no recipe to it.
Yeah. I've definitely heard about it. I gotta make it. I haven't made it to one, but I'm gonna get to one. I promise y'all.
Yes.
Better.
No, we understand.
No, I'm definitely gonna make it to one for sure. Okay, well, thank you all so much. I got one last
Thank
question.
you.
I really appreciate you all stopping through, starting season 3 the right way. I said I need some heavy hitters.
Yes, this was a beautiful experience. We enjoyed ourselves.
Thank you. All right, so my last question is, if you could write a letter to your younger selves, what would it say? So you can go as young as childhood, you can go as young as like teenager, whatever age you want to go. What would you say to younger you?
Really, mine would be to listen to my mama.
Okay.
I think, you know, and of course, this is biblical. Once Eve ate that damn apple, you know, God punished us and said, look, and your children, your seeds will bruise thy head and die. It's like, whoa. Dang.
Yeah.
But it's like, it would definitely be to listen to my mama, because I wouldn't change anything about how she raised me. And she was just trying to raise a virtuous woman, you know, that was just a good young lady. And we didn't always have to learn the hard way. They say experience is the best teacher, and I believe that, because it's like, yeah, my mother always say, if you don't listen, y'all go feel. You know, so when you feel it, you know, it's definitely like, oh, okay, if I touch the fire, I get burned. But I would say, really listen to your mama.
She got the accent down pat. I love it.
I would say definitely keep God first. And I would tell my younger self, if you can master your emotions and your appetite, you can accomplish anything.
Okay. I love it. I'm going to segue back to yours real quick. I think Adam ate that apple. Men be lying.
See?
See?
And then Bianca over here pointing like, no, Bianca.
No,
Do
Bianca.
not co-sign that.
Listen.
I'm
And
sorry.
when we
Listen,
listen,
y'all
so
go-
much that we'll take the fall. Like, yeah, I ate it.
Yeah, and we will take the fall.
Y'all going
stick beside our
hate
man.
sisters going to hate me.
Y'all
Sisters
take
going
the
to
foul
hate me.
because y'all fell.
Sisters going to hate me for this. But we prove it every day, multiple times a day, that we the one that ate that apple. Because we do not listen. We do not listen. Like even when you go on social media and it's like you getting the answer, whether it's like,
right,
oh, how do I know like what kind of man to submit to? You'll give the answer and give a very eloquent, clean answer, and it's like it's always a woman in the comments like, well, what? I can't do that because it's like,
that's true.
Oh.
And part of the reason is
God gave very specific instructions. You can eat from any tree, any tree, and you did it. It's
now,
like,
as the lone man here, I will say this, and here's where men mess up. He allowed Eve to convince him to go along with it. So first, he wasn't on his post. And then the other thing is he didn't offer correction and guidance.
Okay.
So he's culpable too.
Right. So they both guilty.
No, that ain't what I
said.
said.
And we'll see you next week.
Right. You can always do that with this show.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, enough of that.
But I agree you got to add as well. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
It's true. You know, Adam was responsible as well because he didn't do his job as the man.
Okay.
You don't agree with that?
I don't know. I said we'll find out one of these days who is the damn apple.
And we're rebellious by nature. Women are rebellious by nature, and rebellious is an extension of not listening.
Because here's the thing.
I said do this, and you didn't do it.
In the Bible, God didn't ask for Eve. He said, Adam,
where are you? Yep.
Okay.
He was like, no, you're the head. You're the guy. You're the one supposed to make sure that my word is followed.
Right.
And you did.
Okay.
So.
Right there.
Right. That's another part. We'll be back.
Right. This would be a good time for a commercial break. All right, so we learned today that we don't know who ate the damn apple.
Still, see?
That Larry is an amazing comedian. Kim is a beautiful singer. But I want to thank you all again.
Yes,
so
thank you,
much.
Sister Ruby. We love you and appreciate you. And you too, Bianca.
She looked like a baby. She looked like a baby when she's 16.
I definitely always
I remember Ruby worked the summer camp together.
Yes.
That's why. That's
Okay.
how I found out. Yes.
Yeah,
She
we
had
go
that
way back.
jab and all that.
Covering it. Yeah, we go way back.
Sister Betty.
That's what used to call me Sister Betty. I'm like, yeah. People like, Sister Betty, what we eat for lunch today? I'd be like, Larry. But, so yes, we definitely go way back. Again, thank you. And tune in 2 weeks. I'll be here with a brand new guest. And, yeah, we did that. I enjoyed this
Good
episode.
stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. See y'all later. Be true with Rue.
Be true with you.